Hey guys, the last time I went to Florida, I had the chance to go on a Disney cruise, go to Disney World, and Universal Studios as well. So today I'm going to be showing you my entire trip in case if you're planning a trip to go to one of those places. And the question for this video is, have you ever been on a Disney cruise before or to any of the theme parks in Orlando? The first part of the vacation I'm going to be showing you is the Disney cruise. Right now I'm standing in the middle of the lobby of the cruise. The check-in process is all complete and the lobby is so gorgeous. We have the chandelier right in the top there, and there's so many holiday and Christmas decorations around because this is the very maritime cruise. And over by the other side of the lobby they also have a gingerbread house set up as well with some smaller Christmas trees too. The room is all ready, so now it's time to go there. So here's what the room looks like. This room comes with a balcony, which is really great. So we have one bed over by one side with the TV and a couch as well. The couch does turn into a bed, and then there's also a bed up in the ceiling too. But the balcony does have a small table with some chairs, and right now the view is just of the port with some of the other cruise ships, but once we start visiting the different destinations, the view will be really lovely too. The Carnival cruise is just leaving now, so the Disney cruise is next. One of the main events on the Disney cruise ship is the sail away party right at the start. They have a whole dance party with the different characters on the stage. So that means the Disney cruise is now leaving the port. The sunset and the view is so pretty, and I'm so excited for the vacation to begin. So let's go and explore the rest of the ship before dinner time. So here we have the activity room. On one side it's themed to Tinkerbell, so there's a forest theme and there's a TV in the middle of the room. And the other side of the room has a Star Wars theme. They also have a playhouse here as well, and it is themed to the movie Toy Story. I love how interactive this room is. So we have the Slinky the dog over by one side, and then we have a whole setup themed to Andy's room. The reservation that I have for dinner is the 5:45 session, which means it is the earlier one, so it's time to head over to dinner now. Dinner has arrived, and here we have some of the appetizers. So there's some pasta, and then we also have some pot stickers and salad as well. They were so delicious, and here we have the main. So there's some seafood pasta, and this dish here has fish. And of course we can't forget about dessert, so there is a little cake and ice cream, while this one seems to be a chocolate sundae. Another main event that's featured on the holiday cruises are the tree lighting ceremonies. So here we have a few of the characters dressed in holiday outfits, and they're just about to light the Christmas tree that's featured in the lobby. The tree is so wonderful and it's so gorgeous, especially when all of the lights are on, including the star on top of the tree as well. I'm just heading back to the room now, but along the way I thought I'd take a look at the swimming pool section. There is a water slide here. It's called the Aqueduct, and it's clear so you're able to see the view and the surroundings. And a section of the slide does go off of the cruise and over on the water, so it feels like you're over the ocean. The pool seems to be really quiet, but with the lights on, you can definitely tell that the pool is shaped as Mickey Mouse. There is also another area of the swimming pool themed to Finding Nemo, which is of course perfect because it's under the sea themed, and there are a lot of really great characters here too. I've just returned back to the room and the beds have all been made. There's some chocolates here, and the towel in the middle of the bed here is shaped as an ocean animal. It's getting quite late, so I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep now as we're going to the Bahamas tomorrow. Good morning everyone, it's the next day. It seems like such a wonderful and sunny day today. We're just about to dock in Nassau in the Bahamas. The cruise ship seems to be so large from here. There are so many different levels and activities, but of course it's time to take a look at Nassau. So I'm just heading over the bridge to see what there is. And the sign at the front says "Welcome to Nassau." And over by the water, there are so many different shops, but I really like how they look like miniature houses. It goes great with the beach theme. Most people will head over to the Atlantis though because there are amazing water slides, but today I'm just going to be taking a look at some shops around the area and then I'll go back on the cruise ship. We are back on the cruise ship now and we're just about to have some lunch. Cabanas has a buffet style lunch, so that is what we will be eating for lunch today. There are a lot of different tables to choose from, so let's take a look at the food. There seems to be a salad bar and there's also some really delicious food too. But of course, there are a lot of different desserts to choose from. Comment down below which one you would pick out of all of these different options. Lunch was delicious, but we just arrived to a holiday activity and it's gingerbread cookie decorating. So here we have the gingerbread cookies. There's also some icing and some candy to decorate the cookie. And here we have the decorated gingerbread cookies. And we are on the way to another activity now, and we are going to be learning how to draw Mickey Mouse, and I hope the steps are really simple. So here we have a piece of paper explaining how to draw Mickey Mouse. So the first step is to draw the eyes, and then I'm going to go ahead and draw the mouth. The Mickey Mouse drawing is nearly complete. All I need to do is shade in the ears and the drawing will be all done. So here we have the results. It was such a lovely day at the Bahamas, but of course the cruise ship is now leaving the port and they're heading over to Disney's private island, which is Castaway Cay. I've heard so many great things about it, so I'm excited to take a look at the beach and the features there. I have just arrived at the candy store, and I love how this store is themed to Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope. It's a really fun twist to just a regular candy store, but there are so many different types of ice cream, cupcakes, and candy of course too. And the main featured dessert in the candy store is the sundae in a trophy, and there are so many different scoops of ice cream. There are so many different flavors to choose from here. There is unicorn gelato, which would be really interesting. There's also strawberry frozen yogurt and bubblegum too. And I love how the ice cream's displayed on a race car. Over on this side, there's some more classic desserts. So on the top shelf, there are cupcakes. There's a cruise theme one. The unicorn one is so pretty. There's so many lovely floral designs on it, but there's also ones themed to Beauty and the Beast, Mickey, and Minnie. Over here, there are some macarons and some more desserts too. So for dessert, I went ahead and purchased the unicorn cupcake. Here we have the mini golf section. I love how it's themed to the beach. It's so perfect for the cruise itself, so there's no swimming signs, and there's also some sandcastles here too. For dinner tonight, we will be eating at the Royal Palace, and it is themed to the Disney princesses. There's different pictures along the wall featuring the different princesses, including Snow White and Belle from Beauty and the Beast. I do have to say the theming of this restaurant is so perfect for the cruise itself. The food has arrived, so for the starters, there's some fish cakes, and there's salmon for the main meal. And I'm so excited about dessert. It is a mint ice cream sundae. Dinner was so lovely, but I'm just about to head back to the room now. We are visiting Castaway Cay tomorrow. And of course, I can't forget to take a look at the animal towel on the bed. As you can see, it's shaped as an elephant. Good morning, everyone. It is the next day. It is quite a cloudy and rainy day here at Castaway Cay, but hopefully the sun starts to shine soon. I'm sure it'll be a really great day though. The Enchanted Garden is open for breakfast this morning, and there is a small buffet. And on the way to breakfast, we saw this wall featuring so many different styles of paintings and drawings. As I said before, breakfast is at the Enchanted Garden, and we had dinner here a while back, but I'm sure breakfast will be just as delicious. It is a classic buffet. It's quite small compared to Cabanas, but they do have all of the main feature breakfast options to choose from. The ceiling is so pretty with the floral theme. I love how the flowers are shaped as lights, and it looks like there's greenery on the top, but it's just a screen, of course. Be sure to comment down below if you see the hidden Mickey in the backdrop. We have finished with breakfast though, and it is now time to go and visit Castaway Cay and explore some more of the ship. And it doesn't even look like it was raining just before, so it will definitely be a great day to explore the island. They have started to let people off the cruise, so they're all heading over to the beach. Stitch seems to be all ready for the beach, wearing his tropical themed shirt. I just arrived on the island, and up close you can see the details on the Christmas tree. There are pretend sand sculptures of different ocean animals and starfish too. There are so many characters out for meet and greets too, including Donald Duck and Jack Sparrow. Right now I am on the tram, and I'm just about to explore the rest of the island, so there are a couple of different stops to visit, so let's go ahead and visit the first one. I have just arrived at the first stop, and this is the main beach. It seems to be quite busy, so I'm going to head over to the other side to see if it's a bit more quiet. But this is so awesome. It is a water slide, but it's in the middle of the ocean. I don't think I've ever seen something like this before, but the line is very long, so I don't think I'll be going on it today. It's a bit quieter over on this side, and there are a lot of different people snorkeling, taking a look at the fish down below. I love how Olaf is the main character featured on Castaway Cay, especially since he's made of snow, but he has so much merchandise here. After enjoying a lovely barbecue lunch, I'm back on the tram again, and I'm heading back on the cruise ship. It definitely was a long day, but it was so much fun to relax on the beach. I can see the cruise ship. It's right over there, so the tram has nearly arrived at the last stop, so we're able to get off and head back to our room. I have just arrived back at the room, and I'm just about to take a look at the view outside. It seems to be so gorgeous. You can see how clear the water is, and the beach looks so lovely too. There is a movie theater on board, so we're going to head down there to watch a movie. And the only movie that I haven't seen yet from this list is the new Maleficent movie, and it's just about to start, which is perfect timing. But just before I head into the movie theater, I'm going to go ahead and get some popcorn. I have just finished watching the movie and it was in 3D, which made it a really great movie. It's time to leave and get ready for dinner. And it seems like the cruise ship is just about to leave the port. Castaway Cay was so much fun and I hope to be back soon. There seems to be some time before dinner and there is an activity showing how to fold towels. This will be really interesting and we'll see how it goes. And the first animal here is a dinosaur, and I think I realized I'm not very good at towel folding because mine doesn't seem to look like a dinosaur, but that's alright. It is time for dinner, and there seems to be a very different theme tonight because it is pirate night. So there's a lot of pirate decor everywhere, so let's go ahead and sit down at our table. Let's take a look at some of the starters. So here we have some soup, and this plate has crab cakes on it. And the mains have arrived, so here we have some pasta with shrimp, and this plate also has pasta on it, but it's just a different kind. And since it is pirate night, they do have a pirate show featuring quite a few different characters. The show was great, and we're back in the hotel room, and the towel folding animal tonight seems to be an octopus, and I love the chocolate. Rather than just the regular ones, these ones seem to be gold coins for pirate night. Good morning, everyone. It is the next day, and unfortunately, it's the last day of the cruise, so we will be heading off the cruise ship today. We have docked at Port Canaveral in Florida, but it was so much fun to visit both Nassau in the Bahamas and Castaway Cay. The beaches were beautiful, and I absolutely loved the activities on the cruise ship. They were all so much fun, and the food was delicious too. So now it is time for us to go on a bus as we will be visiting Disney World for a few days. And the resort that we're staying at is the Art of Animation Resort, and it's themed to different Disney and Pixar films. So this here is the main feature wall in the lobby, and it features different drawings of different characters. We are just on the way to our room now, but this would have to be my favorite photo op. It features some of the characters from the movie Lion King. And over in the Little Mermaid area, there are different buildings, and each building has a themed character to it. So there's Ursula over there, Ariel's right at the back, and then King Triton's over on the other side. And we've just arrived at the room, and it has an under the sea theme. After visiting the hotel room and exploring the resort, we're just at one of the monorail stations now, and we're on the way to the Polynesian resort to have their French toast, as they're known for that meal, so we're going to have to try it as it looks really delicious. And as you can see, the French toast has arrived. It looks so lovely, and it's the perfect breakfast meal to start off the day. Breakfast was really great, but I'm just about to head back onto the monorail to go visit the Grand Floridian, which is right next to the Magic Kingdom. There is such a large gingerbread house in the middle of the lobby, and it smells like gingerbread too, making it so festive. They're just adding some final touches to the house itself. And right next to the gingerbread house, they have a list of ingredients giving an overview of everything they needed to build the house. I've arrived at Magic Kingdom Park, and it seems like such a lovely day today, so I'm so excited to go on some of the rides and of course explore some of the shops too. And of course, right in the middle of Main Street, there is a Christmas tree for the holiday season too. The castle is so pretty from the back of Main Street with all the holiday decorations on either side, but the first ride we'll be going to visit is the Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion has to be one of my favorite rides at Disney. Be sure to comment down below your favorite ride at Disneyland or at Disney World. That ride was really great, but now I'm at the Little Mermaid ride. It's a lot like the Haunted Mansion, but of course it's themed to the Little Mermaid. This ride is really great because there's so many different scenes. It features quite a few different characters from the film, and of course the songs are being played as well. This here is the final scene of the ride. It features King Triton with Sebastian, there's fireworks in the background, and we have Ariel and Eric over on the balcony on the other side. It is time to go and have some lunch, and today we'll be eating at the Be Our Guest restaurant, and this one is themed to Beauty and the Beast and Belle and Her Story. You can see there's a castle right at the back, so let's head inside so we can order some food. The food has arrived, so there are some fries, a ham sandwich, some French onion soup, but of course the item we had to order was the gray stuff, and I really hope it's delicious. I'm so excited to try it. Lunch was really great, and the gray stuff was really delicious. But we did manage to get a fast pass for the Winnie the Pooh ride, so we're just waiting for the vehicle to arrive. The Winnie the Pooh ride is such a classic ride at Disney, so over in this section we have Piglet, and then over on the other side we have Pooh. And here we have the final scene of the ride. All of the characters are together, and Winnie the Pooh is of course enjoying some honey. It has been a while, and I just ordered this drink. I love how the straw has candy on it. It'll definitely be really interesting to try. Magic Kingdom was so much fun, but now it's time to go visit another theme park. I haven't been to Toy Story Land yet, so let's go ahead and visit Hollywood Studios. The Skyliner is connected to our resort and will take us straight to the theme park. I haven't tried it out, so it'll be really interesting to see how it goes. I love how each Skyliner has different characters from different movies, so here's a Moana one, and the one right next to it is themed to Coco. It has been quite a while, but you can see Tower of Terror there from Hollywood Studios, so it seems like we have nearly arrived there. So we have just arrived at Toy Story Land in Hollywood Studios. This ride over here is themed to the aliens from the movie, and it's called Alien Swirling Saucers. And of course, the main ride of Toy Story Land is Slinky Dog Dash. It's themed to Slinky Dog, and it is a roller coaster. I'm so excited to try it out. I'm going to have to go ahead and stand in line. We have nearly arrived to the front of the line, and I love the pictures at the back. It shows the idea of the roller coaster, but of course, it's drawn with crayons. Slinky Dog was really great, but right now I am in Star Wars Land. That's another land that I haven't been to yet, as it's quite new to the parks. And on the way out of the store, I managed to see some stormtroopers walking around. Some items that they sell at Star Wars are milk. So they have blue milk and green milk. I'm going to go ahead and buy both of those and try them. I've heard they both taste different, and I've heard really mixed reviews about them, so I'm excited to see what they taste like. Here they are, and what's interesting about them is they're both dairy-free, so I'm not sure why they're called milk, but they're meant to both taste really different, so let's see how it goes. Both milk options tasted really interesting. I probably wouldn't purchase them again, but I'm really glad I ended up trying them both. So now I'm on the bus on the way to Epcot. I was just in Hollywood Studios. They're quite close to each other, so it shouldn't take that long. I have just arrived at Epcot. They have the Food and Wine Festival right now, but the first place I'm going to visit is the Frozen ride. So the first ride I'll be going on is Frozen Ever After. It's inspired by the movie Frozen, and it features the different characters from the film. And of course, this ride is in the Norway Pavilion, and I love the theming to this land. There are different posters in the queue of the ride showing the story and some of the different characters too. Here we have one of the scenes of the ride. It features Olaf singing and standing next to Sven. And this ride wouldn't be complete without Anna and Kristoff. They're both singing a song, and it seems like Sven has gotten his tongue stuck on some ice. And here's Elsa singing her famous song, Let It Go. To finish the ride off, Olaf is singing with Elsa and Anna, and they're wearing their Frozen Fever outfits. I've just arrived at this restaurant here for dinner. I booked this reservation a while ago, so I can't wait to try the food. And as you can see, there's so much theming to the restaurant itself. Here we have the first dish. It is sushi. There are a total of 5 different ones to choose from, and they all look so lovely. The sushi was so delicious, but this dish is so gorgeously presented. It looks like a bridge with a river and some trees on the side. This is dessert. It's definitely really interesting. It reminds me of a teardrop. It is all clear, and there's sugar on the side. Dinner was amazing, but it is getting quite late, so I'm just about to head back to the resort. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. As you can see, the sun is just starting to rise, and the pool isn't even open yet. That shows how early it is in the morning. Let's go ahead and walk around the resort before getting some breakfast. So it's right next to some water over here, and this section of the resort is themed to the movie Cars. So they do have some of the characters here featured in front of some of the buildings, including Lightning McQueen. Just before we head out to the theme park, I thought it'd be great to have some breakfast at the cafeteria, and you can see there's some waffles, strawberries, and sausage, and I love how the characters are on the waffles. The extra magic hour this morning is at Animal Kingdom, and the main themed land for that area is Pandora, which I haven't been to. There's so much detail, and I'm so excited to explore it, and of course go on Flight of Passage, which I heard is an amazing ride. There are so many little details to this land, and it's so hard to appreciate since it is really crowded, so I'll have to come back another day. We have finally made it to the queue part of the ride, and this area is so gorgeous. It looks so realistic and definitely feels like you're in Pandora. I'm pretty sure the standby line says it's 150 minutes, so it'll be quite a while. This is definitely the main feature of the queue area of the ride. We have an avatar, and it looks so realistic. It's also really large in real life, and you can see it's in water. And we've nearly made it to the front of the line, and we're about to go on Flight of Passage. I would definitely recommend going on that ride. It was so awesome, but since it is a really hot and sunny day today, I decided to grab a drink. I do have a reservation coming up, but I just had enough time to go on Kilimanjaro Safari, and if you look right in the corner there, you can see some giraffes walking past. And we moved a little bit over to the other side so we can have a closer look at the giraffe walking past. The reservation that I had was for the Knobby River boat ride, and that's of course a part of the Pandora Land too. This boat ride was so pretty, and this character here looks so realistic right at the end. And just as we were heading out of the park, they had these really adorable penguin puppets. There were a total of 3 babies, and then there was an adult. And before leaving the park, I couldn't forget to take a look at the Tree of Life. Right now we're heading over to Animal Kingdom Lodge to grab a quick bite at Sanaa. The food has arrived, and there are so many different dipping options to choose from. It looks really delicious, so I'm really excited to try it. I am back at Hollywood Studios today because I didn't get to ride the Star Wars ride last time, and the line doesn't seem to be too long today, so I'm going to go ahead and stand in line. Chewbacca has come out to try and fix the ship, but I don't think he knows what he's doing. He's trying to attach different items to it, but it doesn't seem to be working. So it seems like nothing is working, but some stormtroopers have just come out, so I think Chewbacca is going to go hide behind the box over there so they don't notice that he's there. And it seems like the stormtroopers have left, so Chewbacca is going to go ahead and sneak away and come back again when they're gone. I've nearly made it to the front of the line. I'm so excited to ride this ride. I've heard a lot of really great reviews, and this animatronic's amazing explaining the idea of the ride itself. I got to be pilot on the ride, so I would definitely recommend it. It was so cool to control the ship, but I'm just enjoying a cookie from the Incredibles themed area. I'm just walking through Toy Story Land right now, and Bo Peep and Woody are meeting different characters, and I love how Woody's wearing a holiday themed vest too. Even Bo Peep is wearing a cape and a scarf too. And over in the Incredible area, Mr. Incredible's meeting some different people, walking around and saying hello. I've just arrived at the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater restaurant, and I'm waiting for my reservation name to be called. This is definitely a really great restaurant. They have burgers, fried pickles, and a couple of other items too. So let's go ahead and head inside. It is quite dark, so it is hard to see, but you can see there's different cars. People are sitting down and watching the screen out front, and it's meant to be nighttime. And we have found our car, so let's head inside, take a seat, and take a look at the menu too. There are different rows to the car, so you could be sitting right at the front or you could be sitting in the back, depends on where they place you. For starters, we have some fried pickles, and I've actually tried a few already and they taste amazing. And then for main, there's burgers and fries. Lunch was really lovely, but it does seem to be really cloudy, so we're going to be leaving Hollywood Studios. We did manage to find some time to head over to Disney Springs, and right now I'm taking a look at the Disney Spring Christmas Tree Trail, which happens every year. There are trees themed to different characters and events, of course, themed to Disney. So this one is the Frozen tree right here, and the detail's so incredible on each tree because there's so much theming to each character or movie. And compared to the Frozen tree, this one is very bright and colorful because it's themed to the Toy Story franchise. And here's Pinocchio's. It's so darling and cute, but right next to it is my favorite one, and it's themed to the different Disney villains. And you can definitely tell Maleficent's right at the top. And of course, the Christmas tree trail wouldn't be complete without a tree themed to Fantasia. And I'm just heading back to the resort now, and I'm on the Skyliner. We've nearly arrived at the resort, which is great because it's definitely been a long day. And I'm going to be finishing the day off by going swimming at the swimming pool. It is the next day, and I'm going to be checking out at the Art of Animation Resort. I had such a wonderful time at Disney World, but I'm going to be checking into the Hard Rock Hotel, which is located at Universal Orlando. So we've just arrived at the room at the Hard Rock Hotel. It has a lovely garden view, but I'm so excited to be at Universal Orlando to visit the different theme parks and to go on the different rides as well. So I'm just walking by the water right now on the way to City Walk. We've nearly arrived over at the City Walk area, but we won't be going to the theme parks today as it is already quite late in the afternoon. And here we have the classic Universal Globe right in front of the theme park. It is so lovely, and it's at every Universal studio, so it's such a great landmark. Also, it'll be a great day to go on the ferry boat as well. It'll have such lovely views. There is a really famous donut store here called Voodoo Donuts, so I'm just waiting in line so I'm able to order some donuts. I'm nearly at the front of the line, but on the way they have this wheel showing all the different types of donuts they have available, and they all look so lovely, and it's really great so you're able to see which one you want. And as I said before, I decided to go with the Maple Bar Donut. It sounds so lovely, and I'm so excited to try it. The donut was so lovely and I would definitely recommend it, but right now I'm shopping at one of the stores at City Walk and I found a lot of world's smallest and world's coolest items. There's fingerlings and silly putty too. And right now I am at the Universal Studios store. There's so many really fun items here, but I especially love the Despicable Me Minion section. It has been such a lovely night, but we're heading back to the hotel now, and there is a ferry that takes us from the City Walk to the hotel, which is really great, so we're just taking a look at the lovely sights on the way back. And it's so cool to take a look at the Universal Globe when it's late because all the lights are on. Good morning everyone, it's the next day, and it seems to be a lovely day out, so I'm so excited to head over to the theme parks. We have arrived into the theme parks and we're on the way to the Harry Potter section of the park, but I thought it'd be fun to take a look at some of the characters from Despicable Me. And I just arrived into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. There's so much detail in this area and I especially love the display in front of this store over here. It seems to be a really quiet day today, so it'll be a great time to go on some of the rides and to explore the shops too. And if you're a fan of Harry Potter, be sure to comment down below your favorite Harry Potter character in the comment section down below. And the first ride I'll be going on today is Escape from Gringotts, and it's only a 10-minute wait. And I'm just walking through the ride queue now, and they have the goblins lined up against the wall. It seems like they're all working. I love the detail of the building. The ride was so much fun, but I'm just taking a look at the dragon on top. It's actually a fire-breathing dragon, and it breathes out fire every once in a while. Even though it's really early in the morning, we're going to be heading into the candy store first. They have such a variety of candy and chocolate here, including Bertie Bott's every flavored beans and chocolate frogs as well. And over on this side of the store, they have some lollipops and chocolate cauldrons too. There's also another store right next to this one, so let's head inside to see what they have. They have a lot of gift items and items that are themed to jokes as well. I especially love all the decorations in the store. It goes so great with all the theming too. And even though we've already had breakfast, I'm at the Leaky Cauldron right now taking a look at their menu, so let's go inside and see the display of some of the items they have. There are so many different items to choose from here. There's some fresh fruit, there's pancakes, and then there's also the full breakfast too. It seems to be really quiet right now and no one's really in the restaurant, but I think I'm going to come back here later on for some dinner. Another really popular item here is, of course, butterbeer. I've had it before and it tastes so good, so I'm going to go ahead and order one now. Here's the butterbeer. I'm so excited to try it again. You can get the frozen one, the regular one, or the hot one, but my favorite one is just the normal butterbeer. There is an ice cream store here as well. I don't think I'll be ordering any just because I already had the butterbeer, which was really awesome. I am going to go ahead and take a look at some of the flavors because they're meant to be really interesting. They have so many different flavors. There's sticky toffee pudding, there's butterbeer ice cream, which sounds amazing, there's chocolate chili, and there's also banana chocolate too. But I think the most interesting flavor would have to be Earl Grey and lavender. I'll have to come back to give it a try. Now that we have finished taking a look at some of the Harry Potter rides and shops, let's go ahead and see what else is at the theme park. We're on the way to the Jimmy Fallon ride, and they have hashtag the panda on top of the building waving to everyone and saying hello as they're walking past, which is really fun. I have just arrived in the queue area for the Tonight Show ride, and it's so much fun because there's different window displays showing all the different TV hosts, and it's so interesting to see what all the different TVs look like as the years went on. And just before we head onto the ride, there is a picture showing all the different hosts through the years. And now that we've finished that ride, let's head over to the Simpsons area. There are a lot of different carnival games here where you can win different prizes. There are a couple of food carts too, but the item you definitely need to get here are the donuts. Also, they do have a Simpsons ride here, but I don't think I'll be riding it today. I also got to meet some of the characters from The Simpsons. Here we have Homer, Lisa, and Marge saying hello. And one of my favorite rides at the theme park would have to be the E.T. Adventure. I just finished that ride. It was so awesome, but they have a really great photo op here with E.T. It is time to have some lunch, but the restaurant is over at the other theme park, so today we'll be going on the Hogwarts Express. But before heading over to lunch, let's go ahead and take a look at the other Harry Potter theme park. Over in this theme park, they have the Hogwarts Castle, which is so exciting to take a look at, and it looks so realistic too. And one of the stores over here too is Honeydukes, which is the classic candy store. And on the way to lunch, we are able to see Donkey, Fiona, and Shrek meeting some people. Donkey was talking, and it was definitely very interesting. Today for lunch, we'll be eating at Mythos. I'm so excited because it has such a lovely view of the park, and we're sitting right next to the window too. Here's the menu. There are so many different items to choose from. There's starters, soup and salads, and there's a couple of entrees too. The food has arrived and it looks delicious. There is the platter, some risotto, and also a side of salad too. Lunch was so great, and I'm just walking around the park taking a look at some of the different rides. The water ride is pretty quiet today since it is a little bit colder. The Dr. Seuss land is so adorable, and here we have Thing 1 and Thing 2 and Cat in the Hat all together. This gift shop has a lot of Grinch themed items, especially since it is the holiday season. This Christmas tree is so awesome, and there's a lot at Thing 1 and Thing 2 merchandise as well. The Grinch is meeting some people, but of course he's being the Grinch, so he is very grouchy, but that's meant to be his character. And there's also a lovely show going on right now with some of the characters from Dr. Seuss's book. There's Thing 1, Thing 2, there's the Lorax, and a few more as well. The queue was really short for this train ride, so I thought it'd be a great time to go on. There are some lovely views of the park too. And our train cart has arrived. We're on cart number 2. And just as I was walking past, Puss in Boots was holding a meet and greet with his friend. Another one of my favorite rides here would have to be Rip Ride Rockit. It is a really scary roller coaster though, and it does a loop right at the start. You also get to choose your own music though, which is really fun. Comment down below if you like roller coasters or if you're not a big fan of them. I just finished riding the Transformers ride. It was really great and one of my favorites, but we have one of the classic Transformers characters holding a meet and greet too outside. It is getting quite late, so we're about to have some dinner at the Leaky Cauldron, but of course the menu has changed because it's dinner time. There are so many different options here, and they all look really lovely. Here's the menu showing some of the items. There are some classic items like fish and chips, there's also cottage pie, there's a combination of pies, there's also sandwiches and desserts too. All we need to do is wait over here, and we just need to wait for them to take us over to our table. Dinner has arrived. Over here we have the stew, and it's in a bread bowl, which looks so lovely. There's salad on the side for that, and over here there's just a classic shepherd's pie with salad too. After a lovely day exploring the parks, we're just heading back to our hotel now. Good morning everyone, it's the next day. The day has started to warm up, which is so lovely, so it's a great time to go swimming at the pool. As you can see, the pool is really large, and there's also a water slide too. There is another resort near our hotel. It's the Lowe's Porfonio Bay. There's some shops there and there's a Starbucks too, so we're just heading over now to grab a quick Starbucks drink. The drink has arrived and it is a green tea frappuccino. It looks really lovely, but now it's time to head out of the store. The drink was really great, but it's now time for us to go check out of our hotel room. I had such a wonderful vacation going on a Disney cruise, visiting Disney World and Universal Orlando too. I hope this video helped you in planning your trip to Florida. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it.